So we are obviously currently in the dark because the light switch is not working. And so he is going to replace it. And I'm going to turn on the flash.
First things first, you start by removing all of the screws that are on the outer rim of the panel. Once you've exposed the wiring in the back, you will still have that wooden edge to deal with. So the best thing to do is just use one of the screws to hold it back in place so that it is out of your way while you're working with the wiring. We used a JR Products illuminated 12 volt on off switch, which we got off of Amazon, and I will link all the products we used below. Now that the wiring is exposed, you will remove each of the wire connectors from the proper place, but you want to make sure you remember which went into each slot. So he made sure he put the top one over on the top, bottom at the bottom, and middle in the middle.
This one to the top, middle, bottom. I'm getting hot. Super tight.
One of the harder parts was actually getting the old switch out once we got all the wires disconnected. So what we did was use the screwdriver to pop up the tabs that hold the switch in place. We took the tabs off, and you won't need the tabs because they're part of the old switch, so you are able to just take them off and throw them away. Once we had the tabs off, we were able to pop the switch out through the front of the panel.
Let's test it first. Middle. Bottom.
Yay!
Now that we've tested it, we can unplug the wires again and pop the switch in. We didn't want to do that before because we know it's very hard to get out if it wasn't going to work.
Middle. Bottom.
The switch then just pops back into place, and we reconnect the wires in the fashion that they were unplugged.
It's the middle.
I'm gonna do the top here. Top. Middle. Bottom.
Woohoo!
And now you'll just remove that one screw you have holding your wooden frame in place, put the panel back on, and then all the screws back in. Also, just note that ideally you would want to turn off the power to your rig and unhook your battery, but we had done this once before. We knew we were only dealing with this one switch, and we're going to be very careful not to mess with any other wiring, so we did not do that. But to be on the safe side, I would recommend turning off the power. If you found this helpful, we would love it if you would give it a big thumbs up or click subscribe. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the journey.